This is part 2 of the Southeast Nights yearbook. As I said, I was sleeping when I was in high school. Everybody knows I just woke up approximately right around the fall of 2008. Just so you can get all the people's names and how they correlated their stupidity. There's Robert with his mullet. Party in the back. 10-4. Unfortunately, I have to do this because it's very relevant. Everybody in the whole schools, of course, everybody I went to school with knew I was sleeping and knew what they were planning with my life. You know, Evel Knievel. Well, this is Nancy Knievel. There's Troy Knox, you know, the School of Hard Knocks. I guess that's how they correlated that. Chris Moon. Christmas. Xmas. Dark Side of the Moon. Nutbags. There's Tim Michael, and, well, geez, his name's not even in there. His name's missing. Oh, that's very interesting. Tim Michael's the last one in the row. That's Chris McInerney. 2, 3, 4, 5. They have the names screwed up, look. Tim Michael's name's not on there. And he is the one that's families lives on Deerwood and Colonial Hills. He's the cousin of Jeff Bowling. Huh. Now I know. And his father's name is, Tim Michael's father's name is Maynard Michael. And that's where Menards came about, I believe. You know, Menards. They're nuts. Oh, look at that. That wasn't the ribbon from Charlotte's Web. Some of them you can kind of figure out. Oh, look. There's Peter. Peter Piper. I call Mike Shinoda Peter Piper. He hangs out with the evil stepsisters who, of course, try to steal my identity. Now, I didn't draw that on Lori Rockefeller. I think Rob did that. But this guy right here, this guy, I had thought he was in the Office Space movie. Steven Rogers. He looks like the guy in Office Space, the movie. He had a locker next to Randy. Now you tell me that kind of looks like him, doesn't it? I don't know. It just does. Oh, there's one of that's the Sideways. Evil stepsister. The evidently that has something to do with Chef Boyardee. Anyways, it has something to do with the Les Miserables. The tricks. Anyways. LES colors, Lincoln Electric Systems, are black and orange. And, you know, Trick or Treat, Smell My Feet. And their Psychotic Nightmare. Of me being Cinderella trapped by the evil stepsisters. And their Tanglewood correlations with Cinderella and so forth. Now, Jeff Solage, Jeff Solage, his father is Coach Solage, who used to be the assistant coach for Nebraska football, right? His father, they lived on the Beckner Street when I was little, and I don't remember it, but because we lived there up until I was age 4. My mom used to babysit Jeff Solage. And evidently he burnt the house down or something like that. Jeff Solage. So, anyways, Mr. Solage is now a coach, I think, in Ohio. I don't know if that has something to do with the Partridge Family or whatever, but this stuff is really stupid, okay? But everybody's already figured that out already in the public. Their correlations and how they came about to do their stupid stuff with government and so forth. Now the Jason names, here's Jason Wolf. The Jason names are relevant because it went to school with Jason Sailors. I don't think I've passed him yet, but in the yearbook. But then there's Jason Turner, which is African American. And as I said, there's Jason Riddle. That's where they got the Batman correlation. Jason Riddle is Shannon's friend. and lives near the Holmes Lake levee. Greg Bale, you know, they got their bales of hay and their fork at the end of the road, the devil trafficking. Well, as I said, fork at the end of the road. And Greg Bale grew up in Thunderbird Estates. That's where he lived in high school. There's Chris Kathi. He's a Freemason. His family, his father owns the house and the Knolls, and that's where they got their correlations with wanting to declassify, play school of declassification, and then make me some sort of pawn for it. Me and my children. Jelaine Clark, right there. She lived at the 5421 address, Quabbridge Circle. I grew up with the Clark family. There's Troy Dorr, where they got their door idea from, I guess. So, Joel Dorn went to Southwood Lutheran Church with us. And he has a sister named Shelley Dorn. And they got that from the Van Dorn. Correlation to... Look at that, George. Marcy Fry. Is it Mercy? Does this have something to do with your three-way calling system? Anyways, where was I at? Joel Gibson and Margaret Gibson, 5510 Quabbridge Circle is how they came about using the book Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret, with the little girl getting her first period. So they use the Joel names with, and then there's a tariff on lots of money and so forth. There's Joel Gibson right there. Now, as I said, I had thought he looked a lot like Jeb Bush. Joel was adopted, and if you think maybe he looks like Jeb Bush, I don't know, but he was adopted. And there's Wendy Goodyear right next to him. So, as I said, Zephyr train goes to California, and a tornado wins, and you know what you do at school, you get ducked under a desk, or back in the days of the 50s where they had the missile crisis. So Wendy Goodyear, the history of Goodyear tires, and I guess Pippi Longstocking and Wendy's hamburgers, with Richard Nuremberger, the county treasurer. Okay, I cut out the picture on this one. Shannon's missing because I cut out the picture, but I posted pictures on. She is one of the people I'm after. Shannon Hubert Bartusik. She's one of the evil stepsisters. She would be my half sister, my father's illegitimate child, bastard child. Christy Hubert harbors her, and she is the one, I believe, that planned and plotted with Kim or the Lassens, because Kim's the other evil stepsister. Yellow, they're both yellow, okay? And, you know, they wanted to trap me in here because the well's across the street, right? So, as I said, her picture's gone. I took it out, okay? So, as I said, I've been living here with my father 2.5 years, and she wanted my father to abuse me every day, playing Larry Hagman, I Dream of Jeannie, Sideways with Martin Luther King, Malcolm X.